First things first, just a quick warning, if you've got a major fear of parachutes or you've had a terrible parachuting accident in recent weeks, this is not going to be a video for you. I'd much rather you not watch it than get upset, spit dummy out and unsubscribe. Because on my last video, people obviously had a problem with that ticking time bomb, even though it was just Ladderman cooking some bread. I came home from work the other day and my missus were cooking my tea and the shed that same time are going, and I can't even hear that now without thinking of that video. I spent that much time editing it and doing it, it was constantly hearing that ticking. That's all I think now is bombs. So I jumped under to bed for 10 minutes, but then I realised it was just there cooking. A couple of life lessons have recently been learned for me. One is not to record more than one video at once, especially when you're very tired. Don't record them and do number 3 first and then the other 2 when you split it in half. It's just so confusing, and then you miss continuity, don't you? Like, how come Ladderman turned up in episode 16 when he got locked up at the last thing of episode 15? Who knows why? I can tell you why. It were one of 2 reasons. Police wouldn't let me release the footage because it were an active investigation, or 2, I completely forgot because I'm super tired from working too much at work. We're going to go for the first one. It's now been cleared and this is the footage. So as you can just see, his mate John's up the ladder. He's just gone to Chippy to get him some deep fried ferret. And he don't want this job. He's quite happy with the job he's got doing wagons, and he's doing a decent job. He's all right. You lot are just suspicious of him all the time. Who's it? What are you doing? Eric, what is he doing up there? Look, we homemade parachute. This is not going to end well, is it? I think we know how it ends. Yeah, get down. You are gonna get hurt. I had to get my cameraman Bob, who got in touch with Hollywood to get some of these special effects. These are not kind of things you can do in your own time, in your own loft. Look at him, he's all over it. It's too windy. It's too windy and he's going to get his son seriously injured. So, you know, in Terminator 2, when that new T-1000 gets shot up and he's got them look like pie dishes, then they melt and it fixes him and he melts back into shape. Well, them special effects, done by the same person who did me these. It did me quite a deal, to be fair. He didn't want any money, he just wanted 18 cans of Pringles, small ones. He can't get them in America where he's from, so yeah, we're happy with that. I've not heard out from Pringles, by the way. Who'd have thought that? You'd have thought they'd have been in touch, wouldn't they, and said, oh, cheers for that, cheers for tripling our sales this last week. We didn't know what we're going on, now we found you 2 videos, but no, not heard out, so they can get ready. I've been waffling on then, and did you see him fall to his doom then? Oh my God, I can't believe we've shown that. But look what happened. Ladderman gets back from Chippy. He's a qualified first aider. Who knew that? He knows not to move him. He gets in touch with ambulance control, gets an ambulance organised and looks after him till he gets there. Old John up ladder shouting to police is a hero, boys. They're not even listening. They've nicked him for it. That's absolutely crackers ridiculous. And there he is, look, and that's how it ended. And that's now you're up to speed. Ladderman were innocent. And I tell you for now, he got a 15 grand payout off at local constabulary, and he's minted now. He's on about buying owner's Porsche Boxster, because Boxster man, he's looking at upgrading it to a 911 already. So I still don't know what he's up to, but you don't go from a Ford Fiesta to a accident repaired Porsche Boxster to a Porsche 911, pretty much brand new. It's like 6 months old, ex-demo. Anyway, back on the subject. I hope you all feel ashamed of yourselves, and I hope you sleep at night, because I tell you what, you all had him undrawn and quartered, didn't you, Ladderman? And he were innocent. He were fully innocent, and you're all bad. So hang your heads in shame. Right, what we've got today. Not got a great lot, to be fair, because this was going to be a couple of minute video, and before I knew it, I'd done 19 minutes, because I always get giddy and carried away. So plan is, for my mate Australian Andy, I'm moving a couple of 37s. This one's going round over to the other side to the station, ready for the next video. And big logo blue's just been repaired by bike mechanic, and he's just going to have a little run round and park up outside at new brick building I've done. I can't even remember what it's called. Boiler house. Brick boiler house. I only need it on pause for about 20 seconds and it all comes back. Still got my 3 perpetrators on site. They've been cleaning that roof, haven't they? Well, that's all done. That's looking nice now. So we'll catch up with security and see what they're doing. And in the meantime, we'll do a couple of slow running shots get these out of there, move the viewpoints around and wait for a space on line, because that this little area, as you know, that 37-inch background now, he's on line they need, so he'll do a couple of laps and then we'll get him out at where he parked up and get red stripe out there. I've also got to say, on a serious note, there's a 50-50 chance I'm going to have to shut this channel down and never go in that loft again, because there were a massive spider up there the other day and I thought I'd made it spider proof, but it was honestly, it was like Arachnophobia, the film. It was next level bad, and I luckily hoovered it up. And don't get on me animal cruelty, because I released it afterwards, but I hoovered him up into Henry and then I released him into garden. But I don't do spiders, and I don't do spiders on my layout. That is big no-no. So I'm going to spider proof it up further, enhanced spider proofing, and we'll see where we go from there. But you ain't going to be getting me in a loft if it starts getting full of tarantulas. So I was watching back one of videos, one of my latest ones, I don't know if episode 15. I was doing some final checks on that other day before I released it, and I realised I've been saying Cavalex wrong. I've been saying Cavalax, and someone picked up on it, but I had actually picked up on it myself that day. Funny, same day someone picks up on it. Anyway, I've said before, I'm not a big, massive enthusiast, and I don't know all the stuff that's happening. I don't know all the new companies, and I don't know how they name and decide on the names. So I didn't know it were two blokes' names, did I? So what can I say? So it's a bloke called, I think his name's Cavalier SRI, and other blokes called Alex. So yeah, decent. I was saying it wrong. I think it sounds better though, boys. I think Cavalax, it sounds harder. You know, like if it were if it were a boxer, yeah, it sounds harder. But yeah, anyway. I have noticed several other YouTubers have been calling him Cavalax, and chances are my brain now is programmed to call him Cavalax, and I'm probably going to call him Cavalax because I'll just struggle, won't I? Now I've been saying it for like 16 episodes. But yeah, Cavalax. Anyway, I mentioned on that video that there were a bit of speaker crackle and a couple of bits of issues. I'm not poo-pooing them. They're not bad issues at all. It was just a couple of little bits and bobs. Cavs jumped on that video and said, give him an email and we'll try and sort it. So I emailed them, and they've sent me a new speaker through to just replace that crackly one. So that only came about 25 minutes ago, so I ain't done out with it. But I'll make sure for the next video I'll get it all fitted. I'm going to stick a nice driver in there as well, and I'll report back. But I'm sure it'll all be good. The other bits and bobs, I'll update you that on a new other video, because I'm not ready to do that. So yeah, 1,000 subscribers happened, didn't it, between last video and this one. So I shoved out that little triple Pringles thing. Just thought I'd do something and try and a bit of a thank you type thing, something a little bit different. And also them 3 videos I didn't hold them out, did I, for 10 days like I planned. I think I only lasted 2 days for each one, and then I put them out. I knew I'd get giddy and do that. Same as that triple build I did. Them yellow railings on top, I nicked them off at layout because I ordered some and they were taking too long to come. So I thought I'll just pull a load off at layout and stick them on. So the ones that are on it at the minute, they don't actually look that good because they've got bends and kinks and all sorts, and they're all little bits and bobs and pieces. So I am going to pull them all off. I just wanted to get video out ready for 1,000 subscribers, and as soon as it hit 1,000, I think it was about 2 in the morning. I just happened to check my phone because the cat woke me up. And I saw it and I thought, boom, and uploaded it there and then. And I just want to thank everyone who's basically commented on that video and congratulated me and whatnot. It's really appreciated. I honestly looked back at episode 1 the other day. I just thought, let me just have a look where it was. I'm putting some kind of weird posh voice on, trying to be clear, because I thought they're not going to understand Yorkshire, so I'll be a bit fake and I'll talk a bit posher. And yeah, I was nervous as hell because I don't like sounding my own voice anyway. When you hear yourself, it sounds crackers. And I watched that and I thought, wow, I had 7 subscribers back then. And if I'd have known, it's showing us a month ago. It was probably about 5 or 6 weeks, but absolutely gobsmacked. I really am. I didn't think there'd be as much of a following. So yeah, I've commented back to everyone and said thanks, but just on this again, thanks again. It really means the world, really does. So my triple fuel storage thing, I've put it at back at depot on that bend where there were a twin one that I didn't really show because it was the one I ruined. But I've put it there. I'm not sure if it'll stay there. I've kind of got too many things going on because I had my little Scenecraft addiction where I bought a million things I didn't need. And yeah, it's just one of them. I'm just deciding where to put stuff. And in the meantime, I've moved the wash bay. I know I had that nice shot through the wash bay, and I can't ever do that again now I've moved it. Well, I can't do it to that point anyway, but I've moved it, and I'll show you where I've moved it. I think I'll show you on this anyway, I can't remember. But I moved it just to free up. It was a bit busy, that area, and when I bought that wash bay, I really wanted one, and I didn't think about where it was going, because in reality, it would never be where I put it, and I know that, but it is what it is. So I've moved it to, one, to make the area a bit less cluttered, and two, to make a bit more sense. So 90 tonners just coming to a stop out at Way at Point. Right then, Red Stripe driver, get your son round there, and yeah, get your son over to station. Cheers, buddy. Just while he's running across bridge, I'm just going to do a quick shout out to Dave Fisher and his lad, because he's put a few comments on recently. I don't think I've ever mentioned you, Dave, so big shout out to you and your son, Dan, Elle and your family. Big shout out to you guys. Also, the fact that you're selling empty Pringles tubes, I'll give that a shout out. Folks, the £5 each or 3 for 20 quid if you want any. He's doing a right deal, because he's got a right market with Pringles tubes. He's been saving them for years, apparently. So yeah, big shout out to Dan L and his family. They're going to be sold out for Christmas, folks. You're not going to have any Pringles this Christmas, because everyone's going to be building these fuel storage depots. There it is, look. There's a little top view. I've tried to be a bit sneaky with that yellow fencing to show that, to try and hide how bad it looks, but apart from that, it's not too bad of a job, and I am going to weather it. Like I say, on last video, my missus was in the room when I was talking, and I thought, I'm going to have to stop myself here, because if she knows I've weathered on that dining table, she'll have basically snapped my phone across my face and gone ballistic at me, so I had to stop myself. So I didn't really explain why I've not weathered it, but that was the reason. I weren't putting any powder near that dining table. No chance, because it took some right wiping to get it clean, and if she watches this, I'm still going to get in bother now, even though it's back to fixed. What do you think to that area? That's where I've moved cleaning bay from. I thought I always wanted a fuel filling station, so I'm going to move that up a bit now. And yeah, I just think it'd be a bit better. Beer drinkers clocked onto this upset woman who may or may not be thinking silly things, but she's been sat there now since episode 1. She's never moved, arms crossed, facing the scrapyard. He's got his eye on her, and he likes her. Noticed a couple of other commenters on Summit Platform Girls. We'll talk about them on another episode. Hey up security, mate. I ain't seen any lads. Are they not in today doing the punishment? Fully forgot about my new chimney. I've not told them about that yet. I've done a new chimney, folks, back of this building. May or may not be nonsense, but it was cheap as chips, and it was super awesome, and there's no point even doing a build video on it, because I didn't even have to build it, but you can get ready. It's alright. I know Backman Scenecraft do a lovely one, and I've been trying to get it for absolutely forever, but when it comes on now, it's silly prices. Let's get real, it's silly prices. Right, we'll just check on lads, and then we'll... Oh my God, you can't have them up there, security man. Not a chance, they're going to get the sens killed. So number 3, lads, just stood on that little joiner up a bit, I don't know what you'd call it. Original Graffiti Boys cleaning, shiny new chimney. Look at fancy trainers, look, he's dangling. He's going to get hurt. He's going to get worse than Parachute, man. He can't even hold on. I'm going to have to end video, folks. I'm going to have to end video on this. Security, get them down, mate. Get them down. Kill the footage. We've got to go. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. Cheers.